Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Hopefully you can hear me. You can see my bike there, right? And you can hear me. Look at this. No wires attached. Today we're going to do a test. It's always a test with you guys, right? Just testing it out. So I got my lav mic here, hooked up to this old Rode, I think it's called the Rode Link, and it's transmitting to my streaming setup so you guys can hear me. So what I'm going to try to do is, let me put my hat on because my hair is crazy. Got a light right here just to help fill, but I know the color balance is different. I'm getting a light. I'm getting a light today to make things a little better. But got my number 22 back here. So I'm just gonna. I don't know if you guys can see that close. I can't really move the camera yet. It would be cool to be able to move the camera in the future. I have ideas on how to do that. So I'm not going to really be able to see the chat from here, so you know, I'm going to go over here and just kind of work on what I got. Let me make sure you guys can hear me. You guys can hear me, yeah? All right, sweet. Yeah, so anyways, I got my track bike. I did some things to change it up. I changed the gearing up a little bit. So I don't have enough chain to run this gear ratio yet. This is a 53, and I wanted to do 16 on one side and 15 on the other. This is not a gear that I would run in the streets. Like, I don't typically ride this bike to just ride around the streets. This is more for me to do more controlled areas like Prospect Park, and it's kind of like a crit gear, so it's a velodrome gear, so it's kind of hard to stop the bike, and I wear road shoes when I ride that bike, so it's made to kind of work out and sweat. So went a little bit bigger with the gear ratio. I got the deluxe wheels, and I used to have, I had tires laying around, and I had a gator skin on the back, which is a terrible tire, especially for a bike that I'm only going to ride in controlled areas. Like, I'm not riding this on the streets and stuff. So on the back right now, I have a Grand Prix 4000. It's a 28 millimeter, and I just got some the new Grand Prix 5000s. I have two of them, and they're 25s. I might try to put a 25 on front and back, and then my chain might work here, but it's really close. Let me see. Yeah, it's so tight. And I just threw that on to see, and now it's like a little too tight. It might even be too tight to pop off. So I'm just gonna fucking do this with you guys real quick. This could be a cool thing in the future to do, say, when Jason or someone's working on the stand back here, I can have a camera on him, and then I can have, I can be over here on the camera setup that's normally, right here, and I can, we can have a conversation with each other, and I can be like chilling over there, and then I can cut to him over here working. I don't know. We talked about just like, sometimes me and him are in here and we're just working on, he's working on like building a bike or some wheels, and I'm over here working on edits, and we just have these like really natural conversations, and it would be cool to like put some of those conversations live, because sometimes a lot of good ideas come out of that stuff. So it'd just kind of be fun to have you guys in more of like a organic conversation, and that's why I like these live streams anyways. Today the weather is looking pretty good. It's like 50 degrees right now, and because it's been so cold, 50 feels so nice. I mean, I still had a hoodie on, but I had like my regular winter gloves on and it was too hot. So that's always a good thing. And I'm a softie from California and I don't like the cold. And today, 50 degrees felt great. So I really don't want to be in the studio very long doing this, but there is a chance that I might not even be able to, get this done in rolling today. So there's a chance I might not even ride this bike. Unfortunately, I might not have a piece of chain to extend that on the back of my bike. But it'll be the first time running this gear ratio, which is kind of exciting. It's really close to my old 49-14. It's just 49, running a 14 on the back, it's really tight. It's like a really tight on the chain. And I've been told by the track guys, you want to have a big, huge chain that's more circular because you'll be able to spin it up a lot faster. So Aaron over at Arn makes these chain rings, and Aaron, he sent this to me a while back, and I hadn't had a chance to put it on my bike, and I just put it on, so I haven't even rode it yet. So looking forward to riding this chain ring. Appreciate Arn. If you guys know who Arn is, they make really good chain rings. And they're based out of the East Coast. So it's all local. I think they're in Maine. Is this tube good? I hope so, because I'm putting it on. All right. I guess I should preface this to you guys. I'm not a fucking bike mechanic, so there's probably, better ways of doing things. But this is the way I do it. Just hanging around bike shops for so long. I don't know what direction these tires go in. That's the first thing I do, is check the tire direction. There we go. These are a little tricky because you can never tell with these ones. They almost look the same. Actually, no, you can tell. It points this way. So get the tire I put on one side first, just like that. It's gonna be tight because this is a 25 and this is a really deep carbon rim, so pop that on there. Boop. And it's important to put the branding of the tire where the valve is. That way you have a reference when you get a flat later. You can check, pull out your inner tube, do some CSI, figure out like where the hole in the tube is, and then you can go back and look in the tire in the same spot, and you'll know because this is here and the valve is here, so you'll know exactly where to check on the tire. If there's a piece of glass or something there, that's why that's important. It also looks good. Looks better, in my opinion. Again, I'm not a bike mechanic, so there might be other reasons. It's just, ooh, this tube might not reach. It's very short. Oh well, this is all I got. The length on this valve is also, oh, this is the right size tire. I like to put a little air in the tires first, the tube first, to kind of make sure it fills all the way out. And then, this is going to be interesting. Get some more air out. And then you start to seat the other side. Using your fingers. Right? You guys are familiar with this, right? Should try to do this without a tool. They do make tools, but I'll teach you what I know about getting it in. It saves you from getting pinch flats occasionally. So it's getting a little tight to pop this little end in here, right? So what I do, I learned this from some bike shop people, take the tire and you pull it, the beads away from the rim, and you give it a little tug, pinch it in the center channel. I'm actually doing it the wrong way. Should I do it this way? And sitting down is usually easier, and you'll get a little bit extra tire. You see that? Or maybe you can't see that. It's out of the frame, sorry. So now it's on, and then I usually push the valve up a little bit to make sure. Like I said, this valve is very short. I might have issues pumping this up. It's so short. Hopefully it works, because I don't have any other tubes. I think Jason might have some tubes here somewhere, but we'll see. All right. It's looking real short, guys. Uh-oh. We have a problem. Oh! All right, first fuck up on live YouTube. Just like I said, the valve, let's see, right there. It's way too short for this rim. It's all I had laying around, so I'm gonna look for another valve. What are you guys talking about here? Oh man. This is like Mr. Rogers, right? I forgot to change my shoes and put on a new sweater. All right, let me see. I guess I can show you how I take tires off now. It's kind of the same way. I pull the tire to the sides, pull it around. It gives you a little extra tire. And then you kind of use your hands to massage it off. All right, I did not mean to take the whole tire off on both sides, but whatever. Pop that back on there. All right, this valve is too short. Now I do remember Jason saying he ordered some tires or some tubes. I think they're over here. Haha. If I would have just checked, I would have known. How long is this? This is a 48. See the difference between the valve? Oh no, they're the same. Oh no. That's not cool. What? Oh man. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna ride my bike? That's not good. These aren't long enough for my deep ass rims. Now I'm in a situation. Yeah. Well, yeah, this guy over here looks long, huh? Maybe I can borrow this tube out of here. No, that looks like a 48 as well. Oh. And this is what happens when you work on your bike. You try to do something simple and then you run into a roadblock. Well, it seems like a terrible idea to put this right back in the tire, but I might just do that. No, this one actually sticks in a little bit longer. I'm gonna give this a try. It might be just a slight bit longer. And I'm not gonna put air in this one because we're having problems with it being so short. I'm going to try to do it without. Shit. Looks like the same size. Well, I guess I can show you guys how to take on and take off a tire multiple times, right? Those of you who already know, I know you're judging me. It's okay, judge me. I'm putting myself out there to be judged. But I will say, I'm not a professional. And no means, no way. I've never worked at a bike shop. But I have hung out at a lot of bike shops, so I don't know if that counts for anything. I'm already breaking my own rules here. Another way if a tire gives you issues is wearing gloves is always a good thing to do. I just throw on some like old bike gloves, some like summer ones. All right, there we go. Now, do the same thing. Push the tire into the center, pull it around. That extra tire. Pop it on, and look at that. It looks like it's in the same fucking place. Surprise, surprise, this is probably not going to fill up. Oh! Somehow, this one actually pumped up a little more. Hi, my name's Terry. Welcome to my bike shop. I don't have the right size tubes, but fuck it. Fuck it, right? You know it'd be classic if I blew the tube in here while you guys are watching. All right, well, the tire hasn't totally set yet, but you can see that it's dipped here. You gotta put some more air in it and it'll like, it'll pop out. It's close. There's some police action outside, can you hear it? Use your legs. All right, that's about 110 PSI. Always check the tire pressure. This tire says 8.5, which is 123 PSI. So we're good. Turn this around. What's up? Yeah, I don't have any adapters, but this works. Got it to work somehow. Next thing is I see a lot of people fucking this up. When you put your wheel back on, Well, obviously you got to put it in the right way. Normally I do one side. I pull the tire all the way to one side and get the bolt all the way up in the fork where it should be. And I don't tighten it all the way down, but I give it a little snug. And then push the other side over, tighten it down, and then I loosen the other side I just tightened and pull it back up. Tighten that side down. You can also put it on the ground and do this, but I'm using the stand so you guys can see. There, now your tire should be all the way in there, although mine doesn't look like it's perfectly straight because I'm nervous that you guys are watching me. Sick. All right, so now we got that. What do you guys think I should do? Do you think I should put two 5,000s on here and just see if the smaller tire will work with this gearing, with the chain? I mean, I like how fucking tight it's like all the way in the dropout. It looks, I like when the wheels slammed. I feel like it'll work, so I'm gonna give it a try. The only thing is, I don't remember if this is a 15 or a 16 back here. If this is the 16, it's okay, but if this is the 15, then it's not going to work when I want to use the 16 later. It's going to be too tight. Okay, let's pop this chain off. Unfortunately, there's no easy way to do this without breaking the chain other than kind of popping it off the chain ring here, and it's going to make a really nasty sound because it's so fucking tight. I shouldn't have done this when I did it. Also, the tire's getting stuck on the frame. Again, this is not a professional bike maintenance channel. Bring your bike to your bike shop if you want to do it the right way. If you're in New York, you got King Cog. What else do we got? We got King Cog, we got Sun and Air, we got R&A, which I've actually never been to. Come on, there we go. They'll do a good job for you there. All right. What size cog is this? Can't read it at all, so I'm going to have to count it. That's really annoying. Alright, starting here, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright, so what I said is correct. It's not going to work. If I want to put a 16 on here, with this chain, how tight it is right now, it's going to be terrible. It's not going to fit. So I need to I should just buy a new chain. I think that's what I'm going to do. I just want to ride today, so I don't have any chain link. I don't know if there is any, and it's, you want to make sure you're using the same chain, and I should just buy a new chain. That's what I'm going to do. But till then, I'm going to change tires and see if it works. Because I want to ride my bike today, man. You know what I mean? It's a nice day. So same thing. Gonna pull this out. I'm going to use the old Pedro's tire lever. The tire was a little sticky that time. think it's fine to use a lever. Some people will talk, bike shop people might talk a little shit to you, saying that you're weak, but I would just recommend not using it when you're installing a tire back on the rim, because then you can really pinch the tube. I'll be right back, give me a sec. You guys can still hear me. I'm going to this back area. We have another area of the space, and it's currently being used as storage, and it's not the most efficient use of space. So Jason and I are actually going to be redoing it. Hopefully it's going to be a new scene or set for these, for these live streams, or for YouTube videos, or for some affinity content or any kind of things. I really want to do like overhead, camera overhead with like a nice background, like for tech reviews and things that are somewhat cycling related, but they're more like filmmaker related. Give you guys my thoughts on stuff. Here it is. I was like, where's the tire at? Alright, so this is the drive side. So make sure the tire is facing the right way. Here we go. That's the right way. I used this graphic for the valve, so I'm going to continue that. Yeah, I want to do more, I've talked about doing like tech reviews. We have a good name. We came up with a name. Well, I didn't come up with a name. Someone watching last night when I was testing a live stream suggested the name of the series called Technical Difficulties with Terry, and I thought that was a really good name, because it seems like those live streams, we're always having some technical difficulties. It's always a work in progress. Okay, so this valve is much longer, so this should work just fine. Pop this dude in here. How many times have you guys given yourself flats changing tubes? I'm guilty of it. I swear though, if you start doing it like this, you really lower the chances. But again, I'm probably going to jinx myself and give myself a flat because I'm on here doing this live with you guys. And I was hoping the delivery guy would come before I went on this bike ride. Dan Spellman, if you guys know who that is. He races road and track bikes in the crit scene out here in New York. He said he was going to be doing laps at Prospect Park at 3:30, so I thought I would try to be ready by then. Wow, this tire's really tough. What is this thing? They are. It's my other wheel set. I have another wheel set that's the front rim is not as deep as the rear. I was making sure it wasn't this one. It's fucking tough. This is one of those tough tires I was talking about. Gotta have those bike mechanic hands. Hopefully you can hear all my grunting while I'm breathing. There we go. Alright. Alright. Let's see if this works. This could be a huge waste of time. Well, at least we got to test, or I got to test this setup from here in this wireless microphone system. Kind of glad that I can use it because honestly I bought this like wireless audio system a long time ago for client work, and then it kind of stopped using it once I started working on bigger projects because I don't typically do sound when I'm working. Maybe I shouldn't turn my back to you guys. There we go. So it's been sitting for fucking few years. Had it. I used it on the first Monster Truck video. I had a wireless setup with a huge shotgun mic on my helmet and like a wireless transmitter and a receiver in like my fanny pack. It's pretty funny. It's a lot of gear to be carrying around. All in the name of good sound, you know? You gotta have good sound when you're making a film video because it's half of the experience, you know what I mean? You can't just, even if it's just a GoPro bike video, like you need to work on that as well, I think. I think about that as well. A white shirt, greasy hands, nothing better. Alright, here we go. It fucking fits. I knew it. Alright, it barely fits. Again, the chain is super tight, so this isn't ideal. So I don't recommend doing this, guys and ladies. I'm doing this again for the sake of time. I don't have a chain or chain links here, but I need, it wasn't actually that bad. I really need to get a new chain so then I can run, it's a flip-flop hub, I can run a 15 on one side and a 16 on the other. I'm a little scared of this gear ratio. It's a little tiny bit bigger than 4914. What I'm doing right here is, you'll hear the bolts on this thing. I'm trying to put it between the bolt and the washer I have on here, because it really fucking creaks when you're putting it on, and it's such a nasty sound. I'm gonna have to clean that up afterwards. This is just grease. Alright. Let's see if this works. So what I'm gonna do is, it's just kind of like the wheel. The front wheel. It is a wheel. Just like the front wheel. I'm gonna tighten the chain side, but not all the way. And it's important to kind of have, I don't really like having a super tight chain. This chain, I forgot, it's fucking gross. It needs to be cleaned. This chain just needs to go. Also, looks like it might have some tight spots. Go. You can hear that chain ring. Brand new, so there's no wear on it. Chain tension is actually really good for now, so you hear that popping. probably gonna bring this 6mm wrench with me when I go on the ride because I might need to change it up. It might come loose on me. There we go. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Had a couple issues along the way, but now you're all good. How's your Fridays going? Are you guys going on any rides or anything? Can't really see what you're saying yet, but I'll come check it out in a second. Go. Make sure everything else is good on here. You got to do the drop test. Sounds good. Kind of want to slam this stem down a little bit. I'm gonna leave it for now. But yeah, that's it. The bike is done. Come over here. I'll let you guys for a sec. Wish you happy Friday. Turn this bad boy on. Might be wrong levels with all the hiss. Oh. Is there a hiss? Oh no, there is a hiss. I'm sorry. What do we got going on here? Check, check. Check, check. No, the hiss is something else. This is, here, pull this back. Oh, shit. I'll show you guys my setup here in a second. Yo, yo. That's my light. Shitty light right now. What I've been using. Not the most ideal. But it's what I got. Alright, so this. There we go. So yeah, this is my setup. Actually, I'm gonna change mics real quick. Is that better? That's better, isn't it? That's way better, isn't it? Hello, hello. Okay, so this is what I was just using. So this is the microphone right here. It's wrapped with these like sponges that ladies use to like apply makeup with. I actually got this when I was in Japan because it's used to help cut the wind noise from the mic. Or it's used actually to apply makeup, but that's all I could find that was kind of like a spongy thing, so it's still on there from Japan, as you can see. My greasy ass fingers. Yeah, and then that's going into my recorder. This is how I capture audio. This is really on the pricey side of things. This is the most expensive piece to the bike videos that I make is the sound. So and then that usually gets recorded to an SD card, which is up here on top, but it also has an output, and this is probably why I was hissing.
I'm using a really cheap, like Beats by Dre headphone cable, and it's going into this transmitter. And then I can't pick up this other side, but the other side looks just like this, and it's a receiver, and it has another cable coming out, and it's going into my live streaming little Blackmagic box thing. So, anyways, long-winded explanation of what's going on. Is it a little low? Here, I'll turn it up. I'll turn it up. I'll turn it up. Better? Better? Better! I can hear a tiny bit of hissing, and that might just be the system now. I can't do much about that. So what are you guys doing this this Friday? Here, let's switch to this camera. Hey, look at that. The colors are different. I was doing this last night. If you guys caught the stream, I was testing these multiple kind of camera angles. So I got this one that I normally do the interview with. Let me turn this other one on. Yeah, so I got this one doing how I normally do like the TV show, and I have someone like right here, and we have a little conversation, blah blah blah, and then I have this camera angle, which looks funny right here. Normally someone, you know, the guest is here, this microphone wouldn't be here, it would actually be over there. So when they're speaking, it's a nice shot of their face, and then of course we have this angle, and this is kind of like, it was supposed to be like behind the scenes, you know what I mean? Let's see. Kind of like that. A little bit. It's a little, I think it's a little too high or something right now because I adjusted it, but just to show a little bit of the monitor, make it feel a little bit less pro, you know. It's also got this little camera up here is the RX100 that I've used in a lot of videos to film bike videos, and it's the only camera that has autofocus, so check it out. See, so now I can like bring things super close and you guys can see stuff. It'll automatically focus for me. These cameras here, they can't do that, so yeah dude, just working on this stuff. George Loves Dirt wants me to shout out the hats. I guess I'll shout out the hats again. Let me see. I have some new Hotline beanies. I just ordered a sample for myself, so as soon as I get it, obviously I'll show you guys what it looks like for real, but there's the link to the beanie. You can check it out, but it's embroidered red, white, and black thread colors on a black beanie. So yeah. So any of you guys in Brooklyn right now, today, New York, I'm gonna go do some laps at Prospect Park here in about, I'm gonna get ready here in about 20 minutes. Maybe I can see you guys out there. Maybe George Loves Dirt will come ride his bike. Let me check these guys, see what these guys are up to. Everyone's bailing. We have a group text called Dirt Dogs, and someone said they're riding their road bike on the Dirt Dogs thread. It's really disrespectful. So anyways, thanks for everyone for joining. I don't really have much to say. I guess I can go back in the comments and say what's up to some of this stuff. Terry removed the small stickers from True. Use the Presto adapter. Oh yeah, we got past that. We made it work somehow. Fuck. It's not too cold to ride right now, man. It's 50 degrees. I also have like a winter bib and jacket with me right now, so. Deja vu, slam your stem. Yeah, man. Whoa, what is up with the auto? Is the autofocus not on? Hello. There, whatever. All right. Everybody, thank you again. Appreciate you. See you guys. When am I going to see you guys? Maybe I'll see you guys on the road, in the dirt, on the bike, hopefully. If not, I'll catch you guys here. Gonna be doing, experimenting more with this whole setup here, seeing how it all goes. So, we got Kurt Boone. He's a foot messenger. He's coming in. He's coming in on Tuesday at 12. So catch us then. Until then, obviously there are videos daily. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Enjoy your Friday, and go out there and ride your bike today or this weekend, because it's actually really nice. Yeah, maybe I'll film the ride as well. See you guys later. Peace.